Hey, Thursday, June the 15th, 2017, 10-minute daily reality check here. David Wygant checking back in with Eddie Palmer as promised. Today we're going to talk about why your life sucks. Why does your life suck?
Because your attitude does.
It certainly does. For those of you who can't get over the Cavaliers losing the playoffs and the championship and the other stuff.
Or the Falcons choking.
Or the Falcons choking, or the fact of why you hate Tom Brady, and the fact is that football season is coming up and why your team sucks.
Or that person who took your parking spot.
Right, or the fact of the matter is that your friends didn't wish you happy birthday enough times during your birthday month, or the fact of the matter is that you think that everybody's out to get you, or, you just feel like you don't deserve love and you don't deserve money.
Or you had a bad day and it's the world's against you.
Oh, I love that.
I.e. Donald Trump.
Poor me, poor me.
The world's against me, oh my goodness. I had to wait in a long line. I got wet, it was rainy, crazy. So my dog ate my favorite shoes.
Oh yeah, my kid sucked today because my kid did this. My ex-person did this to me, did this to me, did this to me. Nobody wants to hear, right? Nobody wants to hear how I feel about it, even though you're totally lying about something. But it's all about your feelings. We don't know that person, do we?
Oh no.
No, we don't know that person at all. Go ahead, Google me. You might find out who that might be. So the fact is, why are people so in the poor me mode, always being a victim in life? What is it, Eddie, with all these victims? And I remember when I was doing my poor me shit. Remember what you fucking said to me, man, when I was just not feeling good, right? Probably had a mild depression for a little while, right? If we call it that.
Yeah, we'll use that word. Yeah, just get your shit together. Get it together. Look in the mirror and figure out why shit isn't going right. And I mean that because this is the problem with people. And you're talking about two men who are self-motivated, self-started people. Anytime something goes wrong in my life, the first person I look at is me. What did I do? Not, what was done to me? What did I do? What could I have done better? What did I do to cause the issue that I'm having now? And that's the root of how I get to all problems. Because if I start with myself, normally it either starts or ends with you, but you know where you started from. Meaning, is it my fault that I was late for work? If I worked at let's say you worked at a 9 to 5, for instance, but I was late to work. Oh, my boss is always on me. It's not my fault. Okay, let's wind back. You could have not been on your phone Instagramming 15 minutes standing at the sink. You could have got up a little early and I hit snooze twice. You could have maybe picked an outfit last night and ironed it and put it out. You could have already packed your lunch. You could have gotten gas yesterday instead of the day before on the way to work during rush hour traffic. So these are the types of things we're talking about. It's always somebody else's fault. When we look in the mirror, it's probably ourselves that's causing our biggest setbacks and holdups.
It's always ourselves, but people want to always put the blame on somebody else. Like, I can't find a job because nobody's hiring. No one's hiring $100,000 a year rejects. That's what it really comes down to.
I want a $100,000 a year job with no job experience whatsoever.
Right, with no job experience and haven't worked in ages at a job that paid me even close to $100,000 a year. But that's what I'm worth because I should get that. I mean, people just really love to, and I love what you said about the 15 minutes being late and then your boss is angry and you're like, well, it's I'm not late. It was traffic's fault. No, you're 100% right. It was Instagram's fault and Facebook's fault and everything else's fault. But it's really your own fault.
Matt CoverGirl Makeup's fault and everybody else. But it's really your fault because you don't do what you're supposed to do. So, you got to look at it. Okay, this is my fault. I'm late. It's my fault because I dragged my ass. And if you can say that to yourself, maybe tomorrow when you hit that alarm snooze, you go, no, I was late yesterday dragging my ass. I'm getting up today.
People don't want to take responsibility.
Not anymore. It's all about passing the buck. I had a bad day. It's somebody else's fault why I had a bad day. Oh, well, my lunch was late when they delivered it from Postmates. Well, so sorry that you hit an app on your phone to bring you lunch and it was late 10 minutes. And so that, therefore, you were using your lunch break to do something else. You had to eat your lunch in a hurry later on that day. Or whatever the story may be. But it's always something that we twist or manifest to put the blame elsewhere. When we look in the mirror, we get most of our problems solved.
All the time, but people don't want to look in the mirror because they don't want to make the changes. They don't want to change. They don't want to grow. Let's call it evolving. They don't want to evolve. They'd rather stay the same thing. And I think everybody is a junkie in something in their lives, right?
Yeah.
Some people are, junkies because they're addicted to drugs and alcohol. Some people are junkies because they're addicted to fucking sports. Some people are addicted to porn, right? Some people are addicted to, drinking wine. Some people are addicted to fucking complaining.
Yes.
They're a fucking complaining addict, right? Some people are addicted to pointing the blame at people. Your fault, your fault, your fault for everything, right? You know, some people are addicted to not listening to other people. Some people are addicted to literally never looking in the mirror and accepting blame. And some people are addicted to just being plain old lazy. But the reality is, your life sucks because you don't take responsibility. So when you start blaming other people and you don't look in the mirror and you don't say to yourself, I'm responsible for everything that I've ever brought in my life, and you don't show gratitude and appreciation, I'm fucking sorry. But your life does suck, and it's your own fault. It's your own fault. Nobody put you in this corner. Nobody fucking told you this except for you. And I see that especially in this town, you know, in LA, where
my acting career didn't take off. It's my agent's fault.
Yes.
What did you put in? Did you put in the work? Did you go to the acting classes? Did you study your lines? Did you hit the gym? Did you stay on top of your game? Because normally that's how you get where you're going. They found Brad Pitt in a fucking chicken suit outside of, the Hollywood Boulevard or Palo Loco in the suit, and they found him. So apparently it can be done. So you got to look at it and go, okay, it's not everyone else's fault. It's my fault. Because me and Dave sitting here talking to you right now, we got here by saying if something doesn't go right, we got to get on it because it's our fault. It's not my team's fault for not putting out the right ads. It's not my web designer's fault for not getting my internet, my web page up fast enough. It's my fault because if I didn't put the pressure on, I didn't demand the timelines, I didn't give what I needed on my end to make sure that they understood the precedent. And then if it's not the case, you know that because of what you've done on your end, and then you're able to establish it in appropriate channels.
You know, it's funny, you said something to me that was really interesting. You know, I take full responsibility for all my dumb shit. You know, it's like, I've always taken, look, I've done some dumb
I'll say yes, so I nodded my head.
Right.
I'll say yes.
You nodded your, I've done some dumb shit. And you said something today. It's like, I've lost millions, but what was that? That was a great that was a great fucking comment. So I've done some dumb shit. I've lost millions. I've lost more than most people make in a lifetime, but I've made 20 times the amount that most people make in a lifetime, right?
I've lost more millions than you've ever made, and I'll make it back again.
Exactly.
Because I'm great.
Well, yeah, and because I actually take responsibility for this shit. When I go and make mistakes, I take responsibility. I'm the first one to beat myself up to try to find a solution. Not beat myself up because I'm doing a poor me. I'm beating myself up because I want to figure out why the fuck I was such an idiot that I got involved in something that was so wrong for me.
Yeah, that's normally, and that's normally the high achievers' goals, and being around some of my clientele, like such as yourself and some other people who are legends at what they do. They're extremists. I have to get this right. I have to perfect this. I have to be the greatest songwriter. I got to be the greatest at adjusting vocals. I got to be the greatest producer. I got to be the greatest at this. Whatever their craft is, their obsession to tweaking it or making it great. So at the same time, it's always them blaming themselves when things don't go right. It's never, my manager didn't get back to me soon enough, or the singer's vocals were off that day and I couldn't adjust right. It's, I got to get this right. And if I don't, it's all my fault. Everything's put on yourself.
Well, I take responsibility. I mean, I drive around this one neighborhood sometimes in LA, and there was this house that I didn't buy, and every time I drive by it, I think to myself, God, was an idiot. What was I thinking? Why didn't I buy that house? It was totally my fault, because, and I'll have a moment with myself in the car, and then I'll just keep driving. I'll be like, turn the music on, get happy again, right? But I will definitely take responsibility.
But guess what?
When I get triggered,
Yeah.
I take responsibility. I take a look at some of the relationships that I have and the things that I did to help people. But you know what? I actually realized I enabled and created the monster, right?
Yeah.
So I created the monster.
So then looking back, you're like, hey, I made this problem. The problem didn't find me. I created it.
Oh, I totally created it.
But guess what? Your life doesn't suck now because your attitude doesn't. You've realized the mistake and said, I created this problem. I have to uncreate it. I have to get rid of it. And so I just have to take the appropriate steps to do so. Whatever they may be, if it's time and money, or one or the other, or both, which is the worst thing it could ever be, time and money, but sometimes it's the only way you can get rid of a problem.
Every problem you have, you've created. And that's what we're going to review at today. Every problem you have, you have created.
Now look at yourself and find a solution.
Yeah. You've made the choices. And you either want to evolve and change, or just unevolve and unchange. But every problem you've ever had, you have created. And I truly believe people can change.
Yep.
And I truly believe people can evolve. And I truly believe people can grow. Because if not, then we'll all just be exactly where we were emotionally stunted whenever the problems happen. So don't ever judge somebody also. If anybody's had a checkered past, don't judge them for their past, because you know what? That past might have been the reason why they turned into the amazing person standing in front of you right now. So don't judge somebody because maybe they went to jail for 2 years for something that they did that was really stupid at 25 years old. But now they're one of the most successful people. And one of the people that I hold into high regards, and you do too, is Ray Lewis. You know, what is the truth behind Ray Lewis's night in that Miami nightclub? Only Ray Lewis knows. But we all kind of know what happened in that nightclub, because Ray Lewis went and found God and evolved and actually became this really amazing fucking leader and this really cool like guy. But look, you know, there was some heavy shit there. But we're constantly judging. Look at Ray Rice. Ray Rice now speaks out for domestic violence, right? No one ever wanted to give Ray Rice another chance, you know, because of the video. The video was so incriminating, but this guy's done everything fucking imaginable to go and clear his name, and his wife is by his side, the woman who actually got hit, but yet we judge. I think people like the Ray Rice and the
Ray Lewis.
And the Ray Lewises of the world are actually people you should look up to, man, because they own their shit and they own their mistakes, man, and we all make them every single day. So how are you going to rectify yours? EddiePalmer12@gmail.com, best trainer worldwide. If you want a body that's going to look unbelievable for the summer and beyond, I strongly suggest you reach out to him.
Not only a body that you can have for the summer, one you can have for life. It's not just about making, it's about keeping it. And it's easier than you think. Don't believe the hype.
Yeah, exactly. We will see you tomorrow. We're going to bring Eddie back for one more episode on Friday. It's going to be Friday Fun Day. I don't know. I never called it Friday Fun Day. Anyway, spread the podcast.
They call it Friday.
Friday. Hey, Friday. Spread the podcast around. Like it. Love it. Rate reviews on iTunes.
And repeat it.
And retweet it. And
Share
do all
it.
that other great stuff so we can continue to bring you great content every single day. 12 to 10 minute daily reality check out.